You say this life, they said, is not fair. Really, if you look at it, life is not fair. This is the reason why I say that life is not fair. Sometimes, okay, mostly all the time, you cannot eat your cake and have it, right? That's what they said. And if you look into it, it's truth. The reason why I'm making this video is I had these guys, the two of them. One is from Kogi State and the other one is from Plateau State. But the one in Kogi State did not actually say anything. He was just contributing on a low key, all right? But the Plateau State guy was ranting and was talking about Biafra. So while he was talking and ranting about Biafra, I look at him and actually generalize him as his I generalize his attitude and character as what his uncle did with his Yakubu Gowon. I called it his uncle because Yakubu Gowon did the same. But this is what brought the issue. So he was talking about Biafra, that Biafra was greedy, Biafra was this, Biafra was that, you know. So I asked him, all this story you hear about Biafra, where did you get them from? He said they told them these stories. I said, let me tell you, what make you think that whoever that told you a story will want to tell you the truth, want to tell you what he did, or he want to tell you the fact that he is the victim? That was why he reacted. So I said, and then I told him that the only way you can hide the truth from a black man is to put that fact inside a book and cover it and put it in the chef. It will be difficult for a black man to go to that chef, pull it out, and read that book. This is what it means, okay? Education, history is not taught in Nigeria. And the little one that you hear from social studies, 95% of them, I must say 99.3% of them are lies. So I now begins to school this man. I told him how Abori Accord came all about, how they went to Abori Accord, the document that was presented by Ojukwu at Abori Accord. Ojukwu had a team that went with him. Gowon came with his own team, but the team could not present anything at Abori Accord. When this document came back to Nigeria, the cabinet refuses, and Gowon succumbed to the deceit, all right, of the Nigerian cabinet. Today, after the Civil War, which state in Biafra land can you use to compare Jos, or let me say Plateau State? How is the terrorist level? How is the Boko Haram level? How is the Fulani Herdsman's level? How is the land grabbers level compared to any part of the eastern region that you brought war to for 3 years? How are you preferring? Gowon is a weak military officer. I told him that Gowon is a weak military officer. He asked me why. I said, yes, he's a weak man. If Gowon is not a weak officer, how will he be run down by Fulani herdsmen in his village? All the neighboring village around him, Gowon cannot even travel back home. He cannot even travel to in the village. He lives in the city. Even though where he lives, military officers are still guiding him. But his neighboring villages are being ransacked, have been taken over. All the farms, all the neighboring corners have been taken over by the Fulani herdsmen. They have been taken over by Fulani herdsmen. Boko Haram has destroyed kidnappers everywhere now. That alone make him a weak military officer, because he had no skill. When Ojukwu proposed to him, he would have taken Ojukwu proposal. Probably, Nigerian would have been better compared to what you are seeing today. You see what you are seeing today? If Biafra is not given, if Biafra is not released, if Biafra is not signed and say go, Southeast go, anyone that will take over President Tinubu regime, you will kneel down with your 2 knees. Raise your hand to heavens or to the sky and thank God that Tinubu is an angel. You will raise your hand up and say, God, send back Tinubu to us. Because you don't know what you're seeing. What is about to come? What is about to come? I'm not going to say, but I will leave it there. What is about to come? You don't know. The only way for this remedy, the only remedy to it is Biafra to go. Give Biafra Southeast to go and have their Biafra. Okay? Anything outside that, Nigeria will continue. Tinubu will rule. Whatever that happens in between, he will, whatever handover or whatever way. But whoever that will take over from Tinubu, you pray to God that Tinubu should remain. I will not dwell too much on this, but understand that whatever go on is, he's a failed military officer that cannot interpret documents and that cannot see the future. Go on, you cannot see the future, so you are a failure. Okay? That is what I'm telling you. I am an IPOB. I am a Biafra, an indigenous people of Biafra. That is what IPOB means. If you are from the land of Biafra, you are indigenous to your land. All right? So you cannot take me away from my land. Just as the Oduduwas are. They are indigenous to their land. Just as the same way the Benin guys, all right, are upset because they are calling Oba. You see how painful they are. They are indigenous to their land. So I am indigenous to my own IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra. I will see you again.